Okay, now that I'm recording, here we go. This is the week 3 of the weeklies. This week is Superconductive Copper, where we have 1 copper and water reagent, and 4 iron for you to create this weirdly bonded copper wire. And
Does copper and water have a name?
Hmm?
Does copper and water together have a name?
no, actually, it's just
We
copper
never
water
came up
bond.
with a name, actually.
Aww.
Copper.
Wet
name.
copper.
Yeah.
It's just copper.
I don't
wet.
like it. I don't like it.
Moist copper.
It's science.
Maybe copper hydroxide or something like
Moist
that?
copper.
But yeah, and the
High-faced
metrics this
copper.
week were very experimental. We have arms plus 2 times cycles, which from now on I will be calling carms. And also, we have area instructions. So we'll be starting with the carms solutions first. Starting with Stevensolf.
What is that title?
Title is
Like, haha, Jonathan, you were bricking my...
my poem.
Okay.
Oh, no, don't play yet. Let me find the reagent first.
Let me find the remote.
Here we go.
Oh. Is this
Solved as intended.
this is
Using-
reminding me of my choo-choo solution from last time.
Using only 1 reagent. Oh,
Minute.
that's where you put the spinning arm. That spinning arm
to
is
make up that angle.
that spinning arm is a tri-arm for the sole purpose of making it 20. Ah, no, it's flying away. Of making it 2,000 cost. And it bonds, and it. There he goes again.
And it's gone.
Everything's flying
It just
everywhere.
teleports.
Is it gonna rotate it again?
Oh, it's no, it doesn't do it anymore. Rotates.
Just gonna flip the whole thing. Right there.
Yep.
To the hell of
loops,
it.
by the way.
And this is how large the solution is. Just zoomed way out.
Good gravy.
That is quite wide.
Mm-hmm.
It just makes the entire polymer in one go. Well,
Yeah.
6 monomers at once.
No, stop recording. And
It does
It
loop,
loops.
by the way.
this solution loops.
It's a
So
clean gift.
So there we go. So yeah, this is the next part coming into
That extra water is just a very fancy tray to carry all the copper around.
and there it goes.
So there's a tri-arm on the right that conditionally pushes down the polymer only when it's no longer being moved. Like a
Okay, how
tri-arm
does-
a bit to
oh,
the
it's
right.
over there. Oh,
Yeah.
I was wondering how that moved
Yep.
down. That's clever.
That thing moves it down conditionally only when it's still.
Wow.
Nice conditional.
Yeah, this scores a CARMS metrics of 24,024.
As one does.
Yep, and
That-
this would be
that is
Stephen
over
at
9,000.
24th place. Next up is Hugh Toby.
Also,
But yeah, it just makes a massive fucking stick and then splits it.
with a solution
So
called
now- so now
Stamina
for a
Potion.
So now for
Oh,
a
no.
different
Oh,
status.
there's
Oh
the
my
clean.
god.
What the fuck are you doing? I think I can see some. Oh, those are eyes.
Yes, those
It has
6
a
arms
map.
are resetting.
Stamina Potion.
What? Wait, hold on.
Also, the thing
Is it-
technically, also
no.
only uses one reagent, but
Wait, hold on. Did
it also adds iron.
Hold on, go to the right for a moment, please.
Go to the where?
Do you see what it's making there? No, not up there. That's not important. Like,
Here?
the circle.
Oh,
What
the
it's
circle.
making with the circle. Yeah. What it's gonna like? What are the?
It's just a track loop of a bunch of piston arms, because piston arms are the
Hold
only
on.
arms capable
No,
of rotating.
look at what it's reassembling it into.
Is it almost?
Oh. Oh.
It would be nice if there was a lipstick intermediary.
Yeah, that's what I hoped there would be.
Or a
Damn.
wakefulness potion.
I guess I forgot about making that happen. Or I guess I didn't know. I didn't get the idea of making that happen.
Oh,
but
and it swings.
of course it does.
Yeah, I like this one.
Actually, genuinely surprised this beats Steven because there are like 30 arms.
I mean, Steven has 40-something arms.
Oh, does he? Oh,
Yes.
it
Yeah.
didn't feel like that. Okay.
Yeah, Steven has
Yep,
40-something
they're
arms.
just very spread out. I was actually considering doing something like this for the entire stick at once, but then realized I do not have enough time for that today.
Also, I noticed how Stamina Potion has 2 water, which is pretty perfect for this.
Yeah, the water is also in the right position.
Since
And
there's no
I never actually
duplication.
move the water in relation to each other.
Nice.
Like,
it's starting.
the water never actually gets separated from each other. They're always connected.
Yeah.
Actually, are they always not? No, I think they might get separated once, but then they're still held by the same arm, put it together.
Mhm.
They always stay in the same relative positions.
So, yeah. These are the,
Best solutions of the stream.
These are
And now we go to
the-
area.
Those great tracks there, very useful.
These are the fun solutions out of the way. Now time for the, well, normal solutions. We're skipping a few
Yeah,
places because a lot of people only did area solves, so we're skipping that.
I
So
don't think there's a single arm that's not on the track here.
27.
oh, they're all on arms up. No, there's a track.
Up.
They're all on arms on purpose. Not all on tracks on purpose. Oh god.
It's for aesthetics.
Oh no, arm 34!
Where?
34.
Up,
Right next to the reagent.
right next to the reagent.
Aw, wait. Aw. There we go, fixed.
Yay. Also, I want to point out that the iron reagent never actually gets used for the final product.
Yeah, it just goes up here.
Yeah,
I mean,
it just adds
yeah, there's
iron
no
and then removes it.
purifiers. There's too much copper anyways. But yeah, moving on. We have...
Friendly reminder, this was a competition and not a shitposting tournament.
Wait, what?
oh, didn't you hear?
But yeah,
A
next
few
up...
of these are actually meant to be good.
Yeah, anyways, next up we have...
I definitely thought I would get first place with that solve.
We should definitely do a Steven metric sometime. But yeah, next
How
up
do you measure that, actually?
we submit it to Steven, and Steven gives you a score. That's your score. But yeah, next...
Just imagine, like, making every product in the campaign as an intermediate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyways, we have to move on. Moving on is Chamberlain with a metric of 2259 and 20th place. Using only one reagent as well. Oh wait, no. I
that's
am
two
blind.
reagents.
Here's the iron. I am blind. Yeah, it bonds it normally, as one would usually do with infinites, doing the two C shapes and connecting it on.
This was nice and intuitive.
Oh, metadata is shown, but those are all showcase solves. I am loading in the solves one by one. Using the script panic route. Yeah, this is 7 arms at 251 cycles.
Annoying thing about this product is that you can't just slide it straight over some bonders to make it to assemble it in most configurations.
I mean,
Like
people
if
have
you assemble
managed
it
to
in the
do it.
default yeah, it is possible, but in the default configuration, if you just like do the bonds that start and end the thing, you can't do it straight because it'll make extra bonds.
Yeah,
You mean like how Chamberlain's done it here? You couldn't just
Yeah,
move
you
it
can't.
straight and get the last couple bonds in.
yeah. With the C-shape configuration, you're unable to do that, so we'll get to see in
In the
area
category,
solves that
yeah.
are coming up. Also,
Yeah.
this track
Yeah, this-
shape is interesting. It shows up often. I mean, often as in it shows up in the next solve. Actually, oh wait, no, next solve, because I haven't seen. Next up, which is Phenom Plasma, a new contestant at 19th place with a metric of 2214.
Welcome to the Weeklies.
Welcome. Oh, it's got a similar track formation though. And all the iron.
Yeah. Like that.
Here we go. I wonder if this actually does it any faster though. Yeah, this is much less arms. But I assume slower. Yeah, the last one was 251 cycles. This one is almost at 251 and only has 1 range. Done.
I guess with the name of the game with this metric is to build the thing as quickly as possible with as few arms as possible. So you're probably going to see more and more multi-arms as we go up the order.
Yeah.
And you're also going to see cool, weird ways of building this thing fast because there are a few ways to do it.
Oh, whoops. Also, a tip to do this faster, like finish the solve faster to give a better metric. You can have you can drag this out further so that it completes faster. I assume.
Yeah, because you don't actually need to make the last monomer there.
Yeah.
You need to make the last part there because you can't just move the entire thing over before that. And it doesn't check for the last part that is actually made.
In this particular solve, though, the monomer that has 1 atom missing versus, so I mean, that has the copper on the far right side instead of the copper
Right.
on the front.
Yeah.
So
Since
they actually have
Probably
the 2 monomers as gold.
right, because this copper is not over here.
Yeah, I guess we'd have to assemble the entire thing the other way then. Like, couldn't you just rotate the entire solve upside down and then turn the product around and that would work?
Yeah,
Yes, that
would.
would work. I think Phenom Plasma mentioned in Discord last night that they were new to the game, so
Yeah.
gentle
They
to
don't, I guess you didn't know about
They-
the idea of assembling the thing the other way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, assembling, as with the iceberg meme that Panic made, assembling infinites backwards is pretty deep down in it. But yeah. Moving on.
It's an interesting polymer because
Mm,
there are
yeah.
many ways to construct it, which I think is cool.
Okay, moving on, we have Dora7 at 18th place with a metric of 1254.
Being 3 digits.
Still in 4 digits. Okay, this is a fast solve.
Jesus.
A fast, well, compared to earlier ones, a fast solve at 7,
Is this running at
66
running at max
cycles,
throughput?
but with,
Go faster.
no, it's not.
Ah.
But it's 66 cycles and with 17 arms, a bit high on the arm count.
Yeah, what strikes me about this one are the forearms at the top and bottom with the handling the iron regions. It looks like you could get away with replacing them with like a single hex arm,
Yeah.
which would have cut the arm count and probably would have
Yeah,
had
you
this one
definitely
shooting
can.
up the rankings a bit.
Like, you can take 3 arms out here and take 3 arms out here. Yeah.
Yeah,
Actually, you might even be able to. Yeah. You can't take 3 arms or just use a single legs. Was what I was about to say. Yeah, you could totally save 6 arms there by just using a hex arm.
but like easy improvements like that kind of speak to the fact that this was a good idea. This was well made.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, moving on.
Would say
We
4 arms.
have
Because you
Boy.
have 2 iron inputs on each.
Hmm?
You could say 4 arms because you have 2 iron inputs on each.
Oh, yeah, 3 on the bottom, 3 on the top. So it's about
You
like
could
6
save
arms.
6 because you can have a hex arm that grabs both of them at the same time and rotates twice. Because I think it has a more than 6 cycle. It has a 6 cycle loop, right?
I can go check. One moment.
No, not the layout, though. So.
So,
Oh, it has a more than 6 cycle loop.
yeah, so it can just use a hex arm and remove 3 arms here. And remove 3 arms on the top as well. And maybe arm 15 and arm 8 can also be saved. Who knows?
Yeah.
That's just kind of
By having
optimization
an arm
stuff
on a
at that point.
triangle, not stack probably.
But yeah, next up is Britboy at 17th place with a metric of 1040. Yeah, like using the hex arms like this to load in the iron.
Exactly. And we have that fact shape again.
This is doing it in this double C shapes.
Very nice
Yeah,
Crotelli.
like there's a very nice.
Very
Yeah,
similar
the
to the
fact
first one, just way more efficient.
Mhm. Yeah, just much
Kind
more
of built
efficient
the
building.
C shapes and then like flips it around those pistons on the track.
I wonder how long it took to come up with this.
So people come up with stuff surprisingly fast once they get good at the game. But yeah,
Depends on the player.
yeah, you have to ask Britboy though.
And depends on the category.
Yeah.
Yeah. This category might be a bit more difficult, or people just throw themselves at the puzzle and see what they get.
I'll say every solution took less than a week.
Well, yeah. Well, apart from
Yeah.
like us host solutions, which can take more than a week.
Yeah, because y'all are cheaters.
We probably don't though. I think Haxton stopped working on his after a while.
Damn, I still just do it last minute.
Next up is
I either have to solve like a month in
Genius
advance, or I do it
42.
last minute.
with a lot of bonders. Yeah, this is the first to use a different bonding pattern, I believe, where it just bonds
Yep.
everything, make sure it's connected first, and in the end, then it bonds the extra needed bonds together.
What
That's
was
intended.
5 doing before that?
Oh yeah, ARM5 is also multitasking in putting on copper, actually, so
Yeah.
there's no extra arm wasting. It's pretty efficient arm use.
Do arm 5 and arm 6 and arm 7 and 8 actually have to be 2 arms, or could that be 1?
with where it's actually placing the things, it probably is easier.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
for
it has
blasting
to
them,
stretch a
it
bit.
is easier, but it
can-
feels like those could be saved.
It might be able to be like this instead, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Maybe just
actually,
try
probably
or
could be.
something. And no, that would
It's
crash into
yeah,
the
right.
chain.
No, it'll crash. Yeah,
Maybe you
never
could do
mind.
like a multi-arm on a track or something. Maybe. But
But they have
Maybe.
to put it in 2 different places on each side. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's the annoying part.
yeah, that makes this one a bit more difficult. So
I was thinking if I could get two less arms on this, it'd be quite good. But I was trying to think of a way to do it, but I just couldn't.
yeah,
An easy, challenge.
but
Crotelli though.
oh yeah, good Kelly. But while we're on
Didn't you
Genius
have
42 solves, we got a few showcases from them as well of their previous solves.
Yeah. It's based on one because I did a showcase one, which might be shown later, and I sort of did that based on that because it's better results than the showcase one. But the showcase one I prefer aesthetically.
Yes.
Oh yes,
at least for the top for the last
Bonders
one?
and bonders everywhere. 3 arms.
it's
Couldn't you
Xantex
replace
Beacon 2, and it
two
doesn't
arms
use iron. It doesn't use
single
iron.
length to
Just-
hexam?
What were you saying, username Void?
Couldn't you replace the 2 arms with a single length 2 hexam? On the top at least?
I
with
think
the
it
previous?
collides when you try to rotate it twice.
Yeah.
The stick.
It collides to
Oh,
center
oh,
stick
wait,
if you
wait.
have
it's
it
this
be
whole.
something like
It
that.
bonds and then it debonds the waters and solve.
Yeah, see, I like that ending, even though it's worse than the other one. I just like that. It's
Too bad
pretty.
it's a bit slow though. Oh, and it crashes, of course.
Thank you.
It's cooler.
And there's also a different
wonder if
one
that-
that we wanted to show.
Oh, yeah, this was one of the early ones I made.
Just
Yeah, I sort of
build
based the
them.
others on this. This was actually the first not area. This was the first sort of cycles one that I came. It's a bit slow at that point there, you see. So that's sort of what
Yeah.
that's what let me down. That was
It's much
wasn't
higher.
too bad.
It's higher in arm count as well.
Yeah, it's
Anyway,
higher
I
than
do
even
enjoy
that
the way-
Xantex Beacon one.
I do enjoy the way it snaps together at the end, though. Still.
Yeah.
It has 10 arms as well.
It's also
Yeah,
one
10.
of the more advanced concepts, I guess. Just assembling the infinite product at once instead of in sections.
Also, this is the beginning of what would be many 6T solves.
It is.
Which we'll soon see. But for now,
Dun, 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 dun.
next solve is by Fuyunokaze at 15th place. This is still I assume 1T solve. Oh, it's getting fast.
Ooh.
Solutions are getting faster. At 53 cycles. Yeah, with the +2 in the metric, the solves tend to lean toward favoring faster solutions.
So this makes me wonder if like ARM 8 and 9 could do ARM 7's job as well.
Maybe. Yeah, it might be able to.
Yeah,
If
see, that seems like the way this could be optimized.
Yeah, it looks like it could because our ARMs 8 and 9 have quite a bit of empty instructions.
Yeah.
I like the way Arm 5 swings the atoms around without colliding with anything. Just swings right through the middle, but doesn't
Ooh.
collide with anything.
Mostly because everything is moving away from it.
That swing as well. I'm surprised that
Also-
doesn't collide.
Yeah. Also, look at all the iron. There's so much iron.
A lot of iron. All the iron.
Oh, the irony.
If only the 6 arm had 8 grabbers, you could use 2 6 arms to load 2 of the glyphs, so.
Mhm. Impossible geometry.
Yes, impossible geometry. That's the 8 arm.
8 arm on a hex grid.
Yes.
But yeah, this scores a metric
guess-
score of 583. And
I guess from this point, it's kind of as we go up the rankings, it's a question of how fast exactly do you want to make this thing, because you have to balance the arm count out, and it's you have to wonder whether how many arms is too many arms, whether it's worth like really pushing the cycle count down or not.
yeah.
We'll find out as we go up the order.
Okay, next up is Topple Mouse at 14th place with a metric of 568. With a solution in Terza. This one builds the center and bonds the top and bottom, which
And you can
seems
see
to
more
be an easy choice as well. Oh,
and more hex arms now.
Critelli, what are you doing there? You have much more hex, a lot more hex arms. Let's see. Critelli, where are you? There you are. There we go. Yeah, this one has only 6 arms and is decently fast as well, giving it a score of 568.
It's a very nice solve.
Yeah, it's simple but effective.
I don't like the Aquatelli because there's literally the same spot, technically, above the thing as well.
Yeah, true. Well, we can do it here
Doesn't
for
really matter,
symmetry's
though.
sake. Eh. Critelli is an art, and the place to put it is
Very subjective.
That's
Yeah.
very true.
okay. Next up,
I would have put 2 like equilibriums there and then put the Aquatelli to the left of the input, but that's me.
Yeah.
That's not what has to be done.
okay. Next up is Ebanov at 560 with only an 8 decrease, 8 metric decrease. Yep, solves are getting close indeed.
Yeah, we
This
really
one
went right
bonds
down to
with
the
the
500s.
Hmm?
Really made it right down to the 500s in a hurry.
Yeah.
Which place are we on, may I ask?
We are on 13th place,
Oh.
building
Is it your
C-shapes.
power pole? Because usually when you're doing like, yeah, basically pivots allow you to not have to spend a cycle resetting when you can't just duplicate arms and turn it into track loops. It's actually very powerful.
You can really just throw caution to the wind with area on this one. Metric at least.
Let me check the yeah, the area is 489.
It is a secondary, and you have given us a product primary. Yeah, we can.
Area schmaria.
I think that's less area than mine takes, but
Let me check yours. Yours takes
it is definitely less area than mine.
942, yep. Okay, next up is Tweedledee at 12th place with a metric of 546. Let me check if this. Yeah, it's this one. Oh, wait. Where's the? Oh, there's. What? Why is the product there? What is this? This seems to be a 6T solve.
With the
Looks like it
product
might
there,
do a
it was
180.
He's
definitely
optimizing
60
for width.
It seems like it will just swing the whole thing. Yep, it swings the whole thing up there.
Swing your copper round and round.
Was that really the fastest place to put it, though?
Let me see the last steps. Oh, it bonds on these. It might be because of the placement of.
Actually,
It doesn't really matter. Yeah, it doesn't look like it matters all too much. It probably saves a bit on area, while not
Something like
sacrificing cycles.
Yeah.
I just needed to swing it right round to make those final bonds.
Yeah,
That point, then
so
it
it
is
does.
it
So-
bonds over here on these three.
Yeah.
Bonds and debonds on those three. But yeah, at 11 arms at, and how many cycles again?
Very quick though.
42 cycles. This gives it a score of 546. And next up is Voidify at 11th place and 536. Oh, I see arrows. Mouse is
Where
lagging.
could that track lead?
I see Critelli.
Oh yeah, Critelli. What is? What? Oh, that's
What?
swing space.
Oh
Okay.
god, what the hell?
Oh.
This looks like
We got big
six.
track.
This looks like a
Hmm.
6T
So we have
solution.
yeah. So we have an arm that just holds the product
Yep.
the entire time.
Oh.
Track is a very powerful tool in this.
And
Yeah,
swing.
no time to grab or drop. Just has to move all the time.
Yeah, it makes you able to not have the arm that pushes things out on a track loop. So saves an
Yeah,
arm
it does. If the product has to move the entire time, like it probably has to move back and
Oh,
forth.
just
towards
6 arms.
something.
Just 6 arms at
So yeah.
67 cycles. This places Voidify at 11th with a metrics of 536. And now we're also moving into top 10, so if anybody wants to make their bets on top 3, you can start doing it.
Grimmy has written in voice adjacent that they expect a tie for primary, and I assume I am part of that tie.
We'll see. I think there has... let me see if there are any.
I'm
yep.
going to say that Biggie is at least in the top 3.
Yep, there are ties for primary.
I'd guess Grimmy and Biggie both in the top 3, but the order I don't know.
Well, next up in 10th place, we have Brother Mojo with a primary of 510. If I can load it in. Cargo space. No cargo land. Oh, it's building infinite
The rare
backwards.
sight of a double arm.
And only 3 arms. Wow.
Yep. The double arm saving reset time.
And the track probably just to move it, yeah. 102 cycles with only 3 arms. Yeah, this one works really fast for only having 3 arms.
Mm-hmm. These are starting to look like some solves.
Yeah,
But
you do have to
with a disregard for
play
everyone.
around with the ratios.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
It
yeah,
is more the
it's only
solve
using
in that
like 2 of the iron inputs. Also, nice Critelli.
Nice.
It's right in the middle.
Yeah, this would be 10th place at 510. And after this, we take a bit of a drop to 9th place with a metric of 468. Fiondeer. Oh, we're back to a lot of arms and a mess of bonders. I see this builds the center and attaches the copper to the sides of it. Yeah, decently fast. But unfortunate. Not too many arms as either, but its arm
It has
count.
6 arms and 52 cycles. Twice as many arms, half the cycles.
Mhm.
About.
Yeah, you can kind of see a lot of playing around with the ratio of arms to cycles, which is similar to some optimization in that respect, where you're playing around with multiple metrics, trying to find the right balance here.
It is
Yeah.
also really similar to week 2 of 2021, which is height times cycles.
Yeah, it is. Which,
Yeah.
that still annoys me to this day that it wasn't just height cycles. Because height cycles was kinda interesting, at least I thought it was.
I feel like the top with the height cycles was very interesting because you had some people who went just pure cycles, and you almost got min in
Mhm.
8 height. And then you
Yeah.
had people who went pure height, like Hutobi, who ended up pretty surprised because of it. And
And
then the winner, Pentapig, found like the
Just-
perfect balance.
Pentapigs
Yeah.
is just a bunch of arms on tracks.
Still like my free height soul.
I like it, but this is what peak
The way
performance
that,
looks
that
like.
all that pre-production.
And next up, which might come as a surprise, also at 468, is Grimmy.
Wow, really? He said he'd win.
With a secondary of also
Mm.
468. It's got 468 metric and 468 area.
That's surprising. That didn't.
Really? Catchery? Wow.
Huh.
Yeah, I didn't optimize that at all.
It's like
I
crochet.
mean, it's the difference is still in secondaries. The previous one was 802 area. This one is 468. But the primary and secondary is the same in in
Why do
Grimmy's
we have to
solution. It's got
Uh,
468 primary and 468 area.
I
that's
think
a
the best
mis-
mathematician will win.
Math is complicated. Math and language is complicated.
Indeed. Biggie's good at math here.
With all
I'm
the
good at physics.
swings
That makes you good at
getting
math
made.
eventually.
But yeah,
Suspect he's all right at it.
also at 52 cycles with 7 arms, which would give it the same primary. But unfortunately, the future this puzzle the metric kind of favors even faster solves, as we'll see later on. Next up is Mr. Puzzle at 7th place with 464.
Yeah.
Oh, this one's
Save
oh
those 4 points, baby.
these hex arms are looking a bit familiar to a future solve.
And the past solve. But in the past they were rotating and resetting.
Where it's grabbing 2 irons at once and pushing them in.
If anyone has ever seen the purified gold the cycles cost record, they have quad duty hex arms pushing metals onto the purifiers. So that's something to keep in mind as a powerful tech hero.
Mm-hmm. Also,
Same
I see
energy.
this builds the stick and then attaches the 2 coppers to the outside. Yeah, this one is 58 cycles at only 6 arms. Next up is Spec 98 in 6th place with a metrics of 459. Weird metric. Yep, indeed.
These are really close.
They're getting close. Except it goes down.
I'm finding
goes
the
down
closeness really. I'm finding the closeness really fun, given things that I know.
Again, more duty hex arms, but this time they rotate.
Lots of hex arms, 7 arms, and let's see how many cycles. Oh, that's interesting.
Again, all
that
the
is
hex
an
arms
interesting
are
way to
starting
bound
multiple.
everything. Huh. It's
This
using
is
a double
beautiful.
C shape.
I like the hex arms at the top.
Respect for spec.
no loop. Respect.
It's
the way that-
just enough.
I like the way the hex arms at the top are pulling double duty by handling the copper as well as the iron.
Oh yeah, it's doing the same thing, except it's also loading 2 iron at once, except without the track.
Yeah.
Yeah, just rotating.
And it also delivers the copper.
Is there actually any
Very
track
heavy
on
duty
this?
hex arms up here.
Yep.
Which gives this
No track.
no track.
Interesting.
Which
Trackless
gives this a score
instructions.
of 51 cycles with 7 arms, giving it a score of 459.
I love how different all of these look, despite being like 2 scores apart.
Mm. Next up,
Visually, they're all over the place. It's great.
yeah.
Yeah.
Next up is a new contestant to the Weeklies, but not a new contestant to Opus Magnum at all. Jin Yu at 5th place with a metric of 440. Oh, here comes the long ass tracks.
We
Looks like a
have
heartbeat,
to
doesn't
start
it?
talking about these.
Another person who understands the power.
I guess we
It's
need to start
still a
talking
bit
about why this long ass track works.
Oh, I see an arrow over there. Oh, and there's a swing. Oh, where is it? Oh, so it loops.
The track gives you so much maneuverability at the cost of only 1 arm and never requires you to regrab. It's just the way to make this category simpler.
Mm-hmm. I
It's
also see that
expensive
it
in
grabs
everything
an
except
extra
cycles and arms.
That atom doesn't affect the polymer apparently.
It's after the ...
It's no, this
So
water atom is not on the ...
it's after the ... though.
It's
Like, it doesn't
sometimes
care
this
about
doesn't
that
work
one
though.
dot.
Yeah, sometimes that doesn't work. Polymers are weird.
That is weird.
I don't know that much about polymers, but I don't know. Sometimes this works, sometimes it doesn't. You can only just try it out to see.
I think because it's
It's still the same
to
height.
an atom that's
I think
not.
that's
Yeah.
the thing that's
Yeah,
important there.
Yeah,
Because if the polymer is too high for the actual product hole it's supposed to fit over, it
mhm.
won't register.
I would go by the guess and check way of verifying this works. It works, therefore it works.
Yep.
Yep.
And next up in 4th place would be Flame Haze with a metric of 432. Cycles.
Another solid performance from Flame.
Okay. Oh, what? What is this?
Whoa!
I see
Why?
calcification in there.
Calcification. Why?
I see calcification in there, so this thing is probably useless.
The fancy equilibrium glyph.
But also
This
Pac-Man
is some
tracks.
confidence that tertiary won't make.
Just casually making almost a Serpensky triangle.
Oh wait, no, it actually goes up
himself.
there, but the calcifiers are just in places that are not going to be calcified.
It's just to show off that they can do it without accidentally calcifying something.
They should have filled everything where the water doesn't go with calcifiers.
This
That's right, we're getting quality shitposts in the top 5.
54 cycles and 6 arms, giving a metric of 432. And now we're moving into
Nice low arm count.
top 3 with another drop into metric of 384, which is also a
Sheesh.
by Cuckoo 52 first in 3rd place.
Is this going to have an arm loop? It better not. That would ruin it. Oh my gosh.
It doesn't have a long ass track.
it doesn't. It is also basically my soul. This is like the exact approach.
Wing.
32 cycles. And
I love that
full
smooth
throughput.
motion though.
It's pulling everything at full throughput.
Yeah. Oh, that
But
smooth motion is
oh boy,
beautiful.
4 pistons on a track. That must have cost it. That
Why
costs
are
a
there
lot.
4 pistons? Yeah, just 2 pistons.
The 4 pistons
Yeah,
on the
this-
track probably costs a lot. But that's, I guess, what it costs to be top speed.
I'm just so tickled that I see my solution, but it wasn't made by me.
Do the pistons even like extend?
Yeah,
Further,
each one
or
has to move the atom out, and then
Yes,
would
they do.
extend.
They extend.
oh,
Except it's barely visible that they do.
You
Yeah.
need to like go through it one cycle at a time.
But also
Yeah,
at
Nico,
384 is username void, except with an area of 860.
Wait, there's a
Ah,
primary
area
guy
mattered.
way down here.
Yep.
What? And it's
Oh,
not even
With
the
an
same
entirely different
cycles.
solve.
What the hell? What the hell?
Math. Oh, come on. Cotelli.
Just very wiggly.
And slide. 48 cycles.
Wig-
a bit
the-
slower, but
The
6
Wiggles
arms.
saved him area.
Mhm.
Wiggles what got him second place.
Oh, there's a crash. It works on 60. But yeah, less arms, but more cycles, but less arms.
And
Putting it
less
at
area.
second place with metric of 384 and a secondary of 860. But then the primary drops even lower.
Yeah, Rebix is completely correct in the voice chat, Jason. Like, Cuckoo's solution, but with the long track is the way.
First of all, though, we have Haxton, which is technically in second place, but their solution is
Oh.
not scoring,
The host, so
which is long track, of course. And also with the same idea of delivering
that
both
is-
iron and copper at the same time.
Didn't we see that done with one less arm in another solution and effectively the same thing?
Yeah, but this one is probably
Yeah.
just faster.
Actually did the same with only 3 6 arms, but the positioning was different enough that it wasn't compatible with this. So I think the copper regenerated 2 tiles apart instead of 1 elbow tile apart.
yeah, this one's easier to actually get the final bonding pattern in place because of the positioning. The copper is bonded here.
And this isn't at 4 throughput actually, so... Oh, there it goes.
Yeah, this is a
Fixed
third
bonds over
throughput.
here. Oh, Hypertelly. And then...
Oh, they could
upwards.
tell you. Alright, let's see 31 cycles, 9 arms, let's go.
Degeneracy.
The winning
Here we
solve.
go, the winning solve with a bunch of bonders, bunch of hex arms. Yeah, this is looking like Goku 52 solve.
It's exactly the same
it's
thing Cuckoo
flying
did.
fast.
There's a post-process step to fix more bonds because I had to build them a little worse to fit track there, but as soon as I can grab onto them, it's full throughput with very little effort.
They're correct. Yeah. Yeah. So apparently 4 throughput can get you first place. As long as you're
It's at
efficient
9
with your
arms.
arms.
Too.
Yeah,
I started at
How many
11
arms was that? How many arms was that? 9?
This is
That's-
9. I
that's
started
9.
at 11
Oh.
and I dropped it
It
to
looks like more, didn't it? But it's not. Yeah, it's very good.
And
Is the full power of the hex arm.
yep,
on
341.
Yep.
This puts it at first place. And yeah, now we have, while we're on 4 throughput, let's look at 4 throughput solves. First of all, we have Mr. Puzzle with his 4 throughput, but with unfortunately 21 arms. With the T-shape pattern.
Hey.
That T shape is very interesting for area.
We'll see.
It is right out of the 3 high.
Yep, we'll see. Except,
You'll be seeing
unfortunately,
more T-shapes later.
unfortunately, the T-shape, it's missing this
Doesn't
copper.
fill the entire thing.
But we'll see how people deal with that specific copper over there. Because it means it has to push onto the next one to be able to solve.
So what exactly is throughput?
Oh, throughput is the amount of outputs you... Wait, is it? The amount of cycles it takes to...
It's kind
Biggie,
of
I'll let Biggie explain.
Yeah.
Definitionally, throughput is making often as it is possible given the constraints of generally input speed. So if you take inputs at top speed and don't waste anything, you will be maximum throughput. But there's some calculations that come into effect in more obscure puzzle situations where you can actually waste things without it looking like you're wasting them. So the throughput is basically a measure of are you making things as often as possible.
I see, I
A bit
see.
of a teaser is coming up soon.
yes.
It's essentially throughput is essentially a measure of how fast you are grabbing fresh atoms from the reagent.
And if you're using the reagents efficiently as possible.
So just full optimization.
Yeah,
Kinda.
like
As fast
product
as you
wise.
can.
Yeah, except
You are
but 4 throughput can ignore latency, which is the time it takes from the last output to reach the last input to reach the output.
Yeah. That's one thing I like about throughput is that you can ignore the latency because the important thing is you are producing as much output as you can
As
all
fast
the
as
time.
possible. Yeah. But yeah, we have 3 throughput solves. The next one is by Feindier at 37 cycles. It's also got quite a bit of arms at 17 arms. Wait, no, not 17, 20 arms. So unfortunately, you can't score well in carms. Yeah, this one bonds using... Looks like the C shapes. Yeah.
It makes the same shape that my solve makes.
Like that handoff at the bottom from arm 17 to arm 18.
That said, my solve is really not a good example for anything, but it does make that shape. I don't think any others make that shape actually in its entirety. Oh wait, no, just make the C shapes first.
I wonder how many of these 4 throughput showcases are attempts to see how well 4 throughput does in the metric.
Probably most of them.
Yeah.
I made my full throughput. I made my full throughput because I like making infinity solves where the infinite just keeps translating to the right continuously, like a continuous extrusion.
Yeah.
Yes.
That surprisingly started to lag my game. Even though there's no large rotations, but it's gaining area fast enough.
It's just
I built this one just because I didn't care about the metrics at first. Wanted to do something with the puzzle, but then I started with carms afterwards. My solution was kind of loosely based on this, but processed very far from it.
And next up we have another 4 throughput, this time actually optimizing for cycles as well by username Void, I believe.
Thought that said careful throughput.
Oh, there it goes. 31 cycles. This is
Wiggle.
probably the fastest solution that
Wiggling
we've received.
intensifies.
Is this supposed to be Cycle's area? Really?
I doubt area is
This
actually
is Karm.
included, but
That
Says
was my
CA.
abbreviation for Karm.
The title.
No, it's just cycle
CA
farm.
referred to cycle
Cycle's
arms.
quote-unquote area.
This looks more like Cycle's goal.
This is also the same cycle count as my solution.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, 31 was the same between both. I had 33 for a while, and then I found the last or latency today.
Maybe CA is meant to be Cycle's arms, which
Yeah, that is exactly what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. This is a full through.
I mean, I just know CA as Cycle's area because
Yeah,
of
same.
its
I
usually
thought this was
used
Cycle's
for-
area. And
Yeah.
while we're on Showcase, here's Cuckoo 52's usual solve of a bunch of arms on a track loop.
They didn't even all need to be pistons this time.
Which also probably lacks.
Interesting is, I assume that these work by just having each arm just move to the next position every time, right? Yeah.
There are some rotates in there. Yep, there are some
No,
rotates in there.
I mean the arrow isn't there, obviously, but I'm just saying what like works statistically. But
Yeah, but most it seems no atoms are being rotated though. Everything is just sliding.
Yeah.
I do like how this output looks like a wave, just going up and down.
Nice.
I'm getting seasick.
It's also getting laggy. No. Yeah. But yeah. We have one more showcase solve, I believe, which some of you probably have seen. This is the single cycle showcase.
This is the winner.
Yep, this is the winner.
Yeah, this is
True champion.
Congratulations on first place.
Done.
Yep,
the crowd goes wild. Yeah.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, that's all it does.
0 arms, but there's a +2. 1 cycle, so the metric of a whopping number of 2.
Yeah, 2.
The real trick to optimizing this puzzle is to magic all of the atoms into place at once.
Do you even consider yourself a professional alchemist if you don't just wizard in everything you need immediately? Come on.
Do even alchemy, bro?
Are we even going to like see like these? Are we going to see like one of these silly like just input stacking solves for every week now?
Maybe. Well, this week was super easy, so I guess
Probably.
that's why it happened. I mean,
Yeah.
I will applaud anybody who managed to do that next week.
Is next week pure projection by any chance?
And we'll see.
But
yes.
Magicking in as many inputs as you need completely ruins a full throughput metric.
Yes.
Well, mine's better because I put in more inputs than you.
Yeah, let me try to find the first area solve, which we have less of.
That as many inputs as possible. What about all of them?
Let me check there's no area solves before this one.
I shall become superior by cheating.
Okay, yeah. Now we're gonna be moving on to area. Let me load that solve in.
Layout.
For a more orthodox metric.
Game crashed. No? Okay, we're good. Super copper area.
Apparently was unhappy with the solve.
This area is at 139. Yeah, it's a bit high for our area. And it looks similar.
What place are we starting with?
This is 15th place. Because
I'm pretty
not
sure
many-
I've seen this before.
Yeah, it
It
does.
looks the same as his other one, but that's fine if it's the same one for
This
both.
literally is what
Yeah.
we've seen before.
This
Isn't
is
it?
this does seem to be a different one though. It probably does less sliding, maybe.
Maybe.
Looks very similar though.
Yeah, but the solution title does say Super Copper Area. Yeah, it's slightly different.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
It's probably
Maybe some
optimized a
minor
bit for
difference.
area with the same solution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I see a piston arm that wasn't there earlier, actually. Far left.
This one? Probably.
Yeah, I don't think that was there earlier.
Why would why is R1 needed though?
One.
Oh, but couldn't they just get rid of ARM2 then?
I don't know. Probably.
And just make it slower? Because cycles isn't the secondary, so but like cycles don't matter if you can have less area.
Yeah, I'm guessing this really isn't a high effort area solve.
Yeah, like why would you have ARM2 there? And actually, why would you have like 5, 6, 12, and 13 when we are starting at that?
Yeah.
And like a bunch of other duplicates. Like, is there like? Why
I
would
feel
you-
like they could have extended that left conveyor a little bit.
There's so many like unnecessary arms here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably don't need to.
What?
Since actually you probably don't
I
need to
want
do that either. You can. Oh wait, no, that's needed because we're sliding. But yeah, this arm
Yeah,
probably
we
isn't
can't
needed.
actually.
Yeah, lots of
We
area.
could rotate it. We could rotate it into place, and then so probably save more area.
But like rotating costs area as well.
Actually, no. We could. I mean, we could pivot into place. Like place it at an angle, and then pivot it onto the bonder, and then slide it over.
But yeah,
Or probably just a single piston arm.
this is.
I think we could get rid of all the bunch of track and stuff, but
Oh,
this is nowhere near optimal anyways.
There was a comment by Dara7. Yeah. Yeah, it just uses a bit fewer arms.
Ah.
But yeah, next up would be Fine Deer at 14th place at 125 area. New solution 4. This definitely looks like a last minute solve. Starting to actually look like an area solve though. But with the top down sliding, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
This
you
time
might
I
have
know
seen
area
my
was being
messages.
cared about, but it's still interesting that it's unmarked.
I just made this in the last 50 minutes before the stream. I did not have time to check anything. I had like 4 minutes left in the end. It's just the solve because I had an hour left before the stream. That's all.
A speed solve, yeah. That's not bad for a speed solve.
Yeah, it's got 14th place.
15 minutes. This is a solid crack at area.
Unfortunately, it uses too much of the top and bottom.
This makes you wonder how like interesting a speed solve challenge would be.
Yeah.
A couple people have talked about it.
There we go. It's 60. Yeah, moving down, we have the actual competitive, more competitive area solves. Next up is Genius 42 at 13th place with 91 area. Best area 2.
Yeah, I couldn't really think of a good way to do this, but I gave it a go.
Oh, I see it starts with that first. How many instructions is this?
Well, it was
1023.
originally
This is a 6T solve.
Yep. It originally was like repeated once every 6 times, but the beginning bit, just to cut off the area at the end, I thought, is it worth it?
Yeah.
It probably wasn't, but I did, and then near the end, it's slightly faster as well. Just for the last bit as well, but only slightly. But I wasn't really going for cycles, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because there's that big block in the middle. I did try to do the whole thing again without the big chunk in the middle, but I just couldn't work out a way of doing it. But I'm sure I'm going to see how it's done in the future,
Like,
in the ones that coming.
you mean this big chunk with the 3 green hexes?
Yeah, exactly. Because I have to spin it
yeah.
around there, but I mean, maybe other people bond it at the angle, possibly. But I guess I'll see.
Mm-hmm. Let's speed this up.
I should bond it at the angle.
Because I have to say, yeah, because the way I do it, I have to put it backwards and forwards to get the joint in the middle as well. You see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I see the T shape is being used though. That will be really common in area, since that's probably the most efficient way to do this.
So I can see how this makes area instructions interesting, because you can't just make the trivial monomer.
Mm-hmm.
Because the trivial monomer, as in the one that is actually...
Where you lose area.
Some people just go like, I don't care, I'm doing...
Up and down.
Some people just say, I'm doing 6T.
Yeah.
And hope the primary is good enough.
No,
I mean, if the primary is
instructions
better,
wasn't the most
it doesn't
popular
matter
choice
what the
for secondary.
Primary counts before secondary.
Yeah, well,
this is Genius. This is Genius 42 solve at 13th place. And next up would be Britboy at 88 area in 12th place. Oh, right. This thing.
I'm so sorry.
Britboy. Britboy, why? Okay.
Oh, because it's a million cycles long.
Okay, yeah.
3,100.
This is what. Let me show you why this is. I'm so sorry. Look at the instruction tape.
Oh God.
Yeah, there are instructions to the right. This.
I am gonna let it play for a bit.
Why are the instructions so far over then?
But it was just explaining in voice adjacent if you want to read that. Something to do with not wanting to move it back, I assume.
But why?
I'm gonna play until it pauses. There it is. Okay, and then I'm gonna start alt-clicking it through. It's running. The cycle count is going up.
It's just sitting here waiting.
And you know the metric is instructions, so why not? It's not cycles.
Yes, it's just sitting here wasting everybody's time.
Is this
You
just
couldn't even have
to
it do anything
torture the
interesting because
stream?
it was
Okay, here we go.
instructions.
Here's the next one.
Fun fact, even though I didn't submit for this trick, I'll say the technique that I use to scroll to the side to copy and paste large sections is an auto hotkey macro. So I can select and click drag something and then just shift right bracket and it'll move 50 tiles to the right in the instruction tray, making it very easy to get close to the right amount of space.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and you can just remove the wait 1000 and F43 edit. FA edit. I am not gonna let this finish running. You can tell what it does. It doesn't use these 2 hexes. So yeah, that's this solve. Next up is username void with 88 area in 11th place. And as we're approaching top 10, you can place your bets on top 3 as well. Single arm. How many instructions? 1006. This is a 6T solution.
In the beginning though.
Oh yeah, this is also at 88 area though. So the same amount of area as the previous solve, except with 49 less area.
I don't like the dirty iron at the end.
Oh. I mean, why not? Why is that there anyways? Like,
It's required for bonding.
oh.
As I say, you can bond the copper indirectly.
Well, why not just make copper for that then?
Because it wastes cycles, just grab an area, it's faster. Not grab an area, grab an iron, it's faster. Yeah, that's this solve at 1006 cycles, which is also 1006 instructions, since it's a 6T and 1 arm. Wait, where'd it go? Oh, okay. Anyways, next up is Flame Haze at 87 area in 10th place. Let me scroll down. We're starting to see more efficient bonder setups. This one is at 817 instructions, so I don't know. It's probably a 16.
This one looks nice and simple, actually.
Yeah, this one looks like a 16.
Like this one.
Yeah, just pretty straightforward. Alrighty, next up we have Ebanov, also at 160, not 160, 87 area, but with 160 cycles. Not 160 cycles, 160 instructions. Which means conditionals are coming in. At least this one. I'm sure this one has a conditional.
Begin to exit the realm of the 6T.
This is a 1T solve that uses ghost atoms to conditionalize out these two copper.
That is trippy.
This is welcome to the world of instruction optimization.
And the way this works is that you see how the arm 1 starts out here? After a loop, it's going to end up, after it loops through the first loop, it ends up over here. That's kind of how it works.
Oh yeah, because you can't just minus into the end of the track as much as you want. So if it tries to go that way again, the next time it won't go that way.
Yeah. So that's how this one works. In conditioning out the end of the polymer.
Yep, it's actually just a track conditioner. It will only do something for the very first time. You can also do the similar thing by having a piston arm extend or retract to its limit.
I wonder if these 3 hexes could be saved though. Somehow.
Thinking maybe some input suppression hijinks with the copper.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. Next up is Voidify at 87. Also 87 area, but 110 instructions. I don't know if this one uses conditionals because I haven't watched this solve yet. It does, kinda. A bit. It does a bit. Let's see where the... Just a go grab of the polymer? Okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's just as they were saying in voice adjacent. They have kind of two things they're building in an instruction tape loop, and they start at one of them that causes the end to look right.
Yeah. And they also have arm 2 just start later. A bit. Wait, no, it's arm 1 that starts late. I don't know. That's not a lot of instructions at all. That's the end of the tape. Wow.
Yeah, it's basically they're building the triangle and then the copper that they put on doing it. But because they're starting in between those two processes, the beginning of the tape is to make the triangle without a copper at the end of it.
Yeah. Okay, next up is Cuckoo 52 at 86 area with 147 instructions. Good thing we're not going up in instructions again.
Yep. So what placement is Cuckoo 52?
Oh, Cuckoo 52 is in 7th place. Oh yeah, so congratulations, Voivai in 8th place, Ivanov in 9th place, and Flamehaze in 10th place. And this is our first building the polymer backwards solve. I wonder if this is conditional. Yep, it's got conditional.
Yeah, this is the same trick Voidify used at the end.
Yeah. That trick seems to be used a lot.
What's the at the end trick?
Oh, it's that the instructions for attaching the copper is at the very end. Attaching the last copper is at the very end and is sometimes skipped. No, not sometimes. It's just skipped the very first time. Is there a way to watch the stream at a lower quality than it is broadcast?
Only builds part of the first monomer because it starts in the middle of the assembly. Right?
I don't know if you might be able to adjust the stream quality. On your end, I'm not sure. Oof. Okay, that's the solve. Next up, we go down a bit in, Mr. Puzzle solve. But he seems to have technical difficulties currently. Is everything okay on your end? Right now, currently?
I can see video, but it's paused now.
Oof.
So, I don't know. It's off and on.
But congratulations, Cuckoo52 for 7th place, and Mr. Puzzle for 6th place, at also 86 area and 133 instructions.
Yes.
AIC. Oh, this is building in this direction now. Does this one have any conditionals?
Questions, how?
It's got conditional.
No conditionals. It's just
Ghost Atoms.
Straightforward. No, well, a little Ghost Atoms at the beginning, but once it makes the polymer normal, it'll be normal. Just makes it.
The question is, how much further down does that area count go from 86?
Mm. Oh, I only just noticed that arm 1 is a regular arm, not on tracks. Single length arm, not on tracks. Yeah, I guess that's all it needs to do.
Ain't much, but it's honest work.
It does what it needs. It does what it needs to do. Yeah. Next up is Brother Mojo at 5th place with 85 area now. Alternate
Pretty
infinites.
cool to see Brother Mojo. He hasn't participated in the tournament yet, has he? Besides this?
I'm not sure. He might have participated in area.
I think he might have been around last week.
Yeah, for
Okay.
area. Because last week had area. Yeah, congratulations, Mr. Puzzle on 6th place, and congratulations, Brother Mojo on 5th place. I wonder where exactly this saves area. Probably just less area here in general.
The way he's able to nestle that bonder to the left,
No debonder.
like right into the. Yeah, and no
Yeah,
debonder.
and the bonder is just sticking in here. Mm-hmm. 184 instructions.
Some fancy input suppression stuff going on.
Oh yeah. Input suppression is useful.
Yeah.
It's got purification suppression as well.
Is that purification suppression intentional though? Like, is it required?
It might
I think it's
improve
required.
instructions or cycles. I don't know. Maybe. Okay, next up is Rebix at 85 area and 168 instructions. Okay, I'm happy with this one. Oh, conditional. Is this track offset? Yes, this is track offsetted. Lots of conditional grabbing.
Yeah, interesting. We're only seeing a one-arm approach here, as opposed to the two-arm approach. Being able to save instructions over Brother Mojo's solve.
Yeah. Congratulations on Rebix for getting 4th place. This is kind of slow though, so I'm gonna speed things up.
Really good. You did a really good job with that area. I'm sorry, with that instruction count on this one.
Yeah. 168.
And amazed that there's this much track in minimum area. kind of surprising that there's that much extra, that you can have that much track.
Yeah. Well, it's not minimum area though, because next up is Tweedledee at 84 area in 3rd place.
Surprising.
And we're back to
area was apparently hard to find.
We're back to 6T solutions at 1,112 instructions. Oh, it's lagging. So yeah, this thing doesn't have any interesting conditions whatsoever, but it's got less tracks and more efficient bonder layout, so it saves an area.
A lot of input suppression too, because it's the only way he can get that iron region past the wet copper.
I like how it's still called wet copper.
The layout of this one looks a lot like my sort of a second attempt at this, but I just couldn't do it. So yeah, it does look a lot like what I tried to do for my second attempt, but I just couldn't do it. So I just gave up and went with my first one.
This is the solve we all imagined when we were trying to get minimum area.
Yeah, exactly. It probably messed up the instructions or did the instructions the wrong way or something.
1,112. And yeah, congratulations.
Do you guys have a rough idea of what it'll look like? But
congratulations.
Yeah, it's just one piston on a T track like that, one step below. Yeah, but I just can't do it.
Yeah, congratulations, Tweedledee on 3rd place. 2nd place is Shadow Cluster.
Only 2nd?
Only 2nd.
So we could just Woody coming for that copper booty.
It's at 903 cycles, and which also means 903 instructions.
this one's also 6T, but it's just a bit faster. Tweedledees.
Also, what's the person?
Shadow Cluster.
Yep. Input suppression and actually purification suppression as well. Although purification suppression looks more like just not grabbing the atoms than actual an actual effort made to suppress something. Just preparing the next one immediately.
It looks like he's going to
bonders in the output. I wonder how that deals with it at the end. I guess it just pulls it back.
It probably makes
it bonds it and then pulls it back. Oh, because it's backwards, it doesn't need to go past.
No, you still will definitely need a special condition on that last bond.
You still need a
Doesn't
special
come
piece
for
at
free
the,
anyway.
You need a special piece at the very end. You need one extra copper on it at the bottom.
Yeah.
Now comes the interesting one, I think.
Yeah, it should be.
Yep.
That water atom that he's juggling around a lot.
Yeah, and then pull
Water
it back.
to it, and then
pull it back even more. Pull it back. Push. And push.
and it's done.
That's 800? 894 cycles, but 903 instructions?
Did they forget about the instructions metric and made it loop? They did.
Shadow Cluster kind of ignored instruction optimization.
Yeah.
You might have just made it loop and not really cared much about the instructions.
That is the reason that he's the second. That'll be sad.
It's not, because next up is Jin Yu at 84 area and 174 instructions.
Yeah, I expected Jin Yu to win this.
actually optimizing
First,
for
you got
instructions.
Minaria 1T.
I believe
Oh,
this
familiar layout.
uses. Yeah,
It's
I believe
the
exactly
layout
these
from Third.
That looks a lot like the Tweedledee's layout as well, doesn't it?
Except it's got
Does,
and
yeah.
exactly the
except it's got
same.
conditionals.
It's exactly the same. It's exactly the same layout with one extra track. But yeah, the other one just had a.
This one does have an extra track though.
Yeah, the other one had an equilibrium there.
That's true.
The extra track goes in.
It might need for the conditional stuff.
Yeah, and Jinyu's in everything main.
Yeah.
You right.
Great
I don't
minds
think the
alike,
solution is
eh?
half T. An earlier solution was half T, but this one is no longer half T. Yeah. Yeah, the 85 area when that Jinyu had was half T. This one's 84. We can check that out actually after this one. I have it here.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see where the extra area is.
I'll just let this run to completion. I think this uses purification conditionals along with like putting the instructions to put in the iron at the very end. But yeah, let me load in the half T solve. Oh, here, this track. That's the extra area. I wonder why it's used. But yeah, this one has 154 instructions.
Is this just a showcase, or was this actually a submission at some point?
This was a submission at some point.
Interesting.
No.
I would think that this wouldn't even make it past the drawing board due to that extra track existing. Or maybe it's just needed at the very end and just like, oh wait, I can't.
Why doesn't need
maybe
that
maybe
track?
just one of those situations
No
where
idea.
they couldn't
Yeah,
like
yeah.
finish
It looks like it. It looks like it used the track to do the same thing a piston extend would do. Oh no!
Yeah,
No, not
it
quite.
looks like
Not. What?
It's
No idea.
the track must be for something conditional. It's probably because the solution wasn't actually finishable without the track there, and it being half T. So they then decided to. They probably realized they needed the track late in the making process, and then decided to just finish it as a showcase or something like that. And then submitted it before they actually made the version that has one less track.
Oh, I think it does need that track because it pivots the copper water
Yeah, one
clockwise.
atom ends up where the arm would be.
But would it be able to? You know, you could. I don't think you could do it in a different position either because
Okay,
the next thing
here?
you do is you
Oh
slide
no,
it.
it does that the second time.
yeah, it'll be the
Yeah,
other.
but-
It'll be the other time it does that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, just wait until that happens then. Because I seem to have missed it. Oh, here. Oh yeah, it needs to do that because everything's in the way.
I can't just move everything out of the way first then.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
it could move everything out of the way
So
without like.
close.
Well,
Could
they
take
did
it
improve
out.
their solution and got first place, so...
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, this is Jinyu. This is a Jinyu's old solve.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought that was someone
Oh,
else's.
I thought we were
No,
looking
no,
at.
this is just Jinyu's old solve.
I think we were saying that it looked well, Jinyu's winning one looked a bit like Tweedledee's one, but we were wondering where the area was at because Tweedledee's was that 85?
No,
Can't
Critter is
remember.
also 84, but with 1,000 or so instructions.
Oh right, his was just longer. Yeah, instructions. Yeah, the layout was almost the same.
Yeah, with
Except
Jenny using one extra track.
It just wasn't 1T. But yeah, that would be all of the solutions. Oh yeah, Jinyu did have a 6T first, but improved upon it. And now time to review.
This seems weird that like the half T would actually be a solution that ever gets in there if they start out with 6T as well.
Yeah.
It just seems like an odd place to like end up in the middle.
No, unfortunately there is no area metric. But let me go drag this in because I dragged it out. Custom hidden. Let's see. Arcurite promotion.
Alright, here we go.
Here we go. This is the puzzle.
Yucky.
Oh,
Yucky.
This is next week's or
Yep, this is
Of
the puzzle.
course.
This is week 4.
But the real question is, what is the metrics?
Metric?
Oh,
of course
God.
it's throughput. Of course the
Yeah,
metric is
that's
cost.
yucky.
So age divided by shoe size times the number of arms.
Oh, first metric is throughput. Second metric is cost. Cost cycles.
Okay. Well, at least we don't have a curse overlap cliff this time.
You have to write that down somewhere.
My brain hurts looking at this.
Mm.
I mean, well,
You
there's only
guys-
two ways to like get one thing to the other thing. So the math doesn't look that complicated to me right now.
Oh yeah, you can just refresh the custom list with new. I found that out because it just reloads everything apparently. But yep, throughput puzzle. I'm going to post this in
Lovely.
to Weekly if nobody else has it yet.
Just lovely.
Yeah, you might have to just briefly. I know it's been mentioned. Might have to just briefly write a sentence somewhere saying what throughput is again.
Yeah, we'll
just
have
for
to
those
explain
amateurs.
what
Thank you.
throughput is.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Biggie, can you help?
So
yeah.
if your solution runs forever, there'll have some periodicity. The tape loop is like, say, 40 cycles long. Your throughput will be 40 over the number of puts you drop in one tape loop. So
once it's up and running, it's running as fast as it can once it's up and running.
Yeah.
once it's up and running, yes.
Yeah.
You can have as much time as you need to get there. But as soon as you are
Yeah.
in steady state, your
Got ya.
tape loop will be densely dropping as dense as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I sort of see.
Let me
Is it
upload
cost or is there a secondary?
Theo claiming
it's,
the bot can
it's
tell you your
throughput.
throughput.
It's throughput and it's cost.
Oh, okay.
oft. My
Also, let me go grab the image that goes along with this.
Oft and cost.
Cost and cost, indeed.
So we've got to make it as expensive as possible. Steven wins. Nah, no, I mean, got to try and do it as little as possible. Yeah.
Steven's got some evil ideas for this puzzle.
Oh yeah, Steven's got some solves in.
Steven!
This one's actually a really old puzzle. Also, this is my puzzle. Don't.
Oh dear.
My puzzles are basically just my bad ideas thrown at the weeklies.
I mean,
that
it
is
looks
actually the
suspiciously
flavor
easy,
text.
but it's not, is it? Of course.
You think this looks easy?
Well, no. I mean, I know it's not. It looks easy
Until
because
you
the input looks
optimize
almost the same as the output, but of course, we've got to take it apart, goldify it, etc.
Yeah.
So it's hard.
Until you optimize
So you
it.
want to care about the latency.
Yeah, at least I don't need to care about latency for this.
At least I can just like implement the whatever cursed algorithm the map turns out to give me efficient, like with as many arms as I want to.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that would be.
I'm expecting things that end up looking like Steven servers that aren't Steven servers to come out of this week.
Yeah, probably. But
I'll
yeah,
try my best.
yeah. Thank you all for coming to the stream, and good luck with week 4.
Glad to have been here.
Indeed. Thank you very much. Thank you for hosting, and excellent, everyone.
See y'all.
Thank you
Thanks
everyone
a
for
ton.
coming.
Hopefully this makes it onto YouTube safely.
Yeah, hope that I should have the audio recorded this time. Yes.
Yay! That was so hard for me last
Fingers
time.
crossed.
Yeah,
Hi,
let's hope
Mom.
your audio is on there. It was interesting listening last time because it's like silence, then someone comes and says, "Oh, this is maximum throughput," and it's silence again, and then someone else comes in and says, "It's quite interesting in a way."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I guess I'm the person talking the most in that video.
Yeah, you've turned into the host of
Yeah,
video
that's true.
recordings.
You play on quite a lot, Toby. That's quite good.
I've become the host.
But yeah, see y'all. Bye. Thank you all
Bye.
for coming.